Hi, my name's Kelly and you're watching That Smells Divine. In today's video, we are doing episode 3 of our 7 sample series. So today I'll be reviewing 7 samples and I'll be letting you know if I believe that they're full bottle worthy or not. So if you'd like to see today's lineup, please keep watching. Before we dive into our samples, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Go ahead and click the subscribe button and also make sure you click the alarm bell as well to receive notifications of future videos. Okay, let's dive right in. So just to give you a heads up, none of these samples are ranked. I will rank them at the end, but for right now, they're just in random order. So starting off with number 1, we have a sample of Tom Ford's Soleil Brûlant, which is a huge hit. People love this one. And this one has top notes of pink pepper, mandarin, and bergamot, middle notes of honey and orange blossom, and base notes of resin, amber, olibanum, woody notes, leather, and vetiver. All right, let's give this a sniff. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is nice. At the very top, it smells like honey, but then it's kind of melding into this sort of like suntan lotion smell, but not in a bad way. And then what am I getting? There's something that I'm getting that I can't quite put my nose on. I think it's the bergamot. It's like this blend of this bergamot and orange blossom. Okay, I am immediately transported to Ogunquit Beach in Maine. It's one of my favorite places on the planet. My mom and I used to go there together all the time. And since my mom passed away, my godmother, who was my mother's best friend and has basically been like my surrogate mom since my mom passed away, her and I, every time I go visit her, because she lives in Massachusetts, we drive up to Ogunquit and we go hang out at the beach there. And this literally smells like the walk back from the beach at the end of the day, because you walk, I mean, it depends on where you park, obviously, but like parking is a total bitch there. If you've ever been to Ogunquit in the summertime, you know, like the parking is terrible. So usually we'll like walk back to the hotel. And as you're walking like back from the beach, you're like still covered in suntan lotion. You're kind of sweaty, kind of salty. And then you're walking by these beautiful, everyone has these gorgeous flowers and the sidewalks are all lined with these beautiful, fragrant flowers. This is what this smells like to me. Yeah, this is really, really, really nice. There's something in here though that I'm not loving, and it's funny, like at the top, I really, really love it. And then there's like one note and I can't put my finger on what it is, but there's something in here that, it's not that I don't like it. It's just like keeping it from being a 10 out of 10 for me. It's like a 9.5 out of 10 because of this one note that I can't put my finger on. It's really interesting. I'm gonna wear this. I wanna test this out on my skin before I make my final decision. But I would say, is this full bottle worthy? Yeah, probably. If you like summery, kind of almost coconutty, but it's not coconutty, it's more honey dominant. The honey is what's kind of giving it that suntan lotion smell. If you like that kind of like sweaty skin, suntan lotion, beachy kind of vibe with some florals thrown in, then I would definitely recommend this for a full bottle. Obviously sample it first. It's a Tom Ford, it ain't cheap, but yeah, I would definitely get your nose on this immediately. Okay, moving on to number 2, we've got Initio Side Effect. This is one of my favorite fragrances from the house. I'm just gonna start off with telling you that. Why hold back? Okay, Side Effect has notes of rum, vanilla, tobacco, and cinnamon. This is seriously like the best thing ever. It's like, it's got that smell of bananas Foster minus the bananas, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like that like rum that's been set on fire. Oh my God, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's almost, I would actually consider this a gourmand, I think, because it does smell like bananas Foster minus the banana. If there was a banana note in here, it would literally be exactly the smell of bananas Foster. The cinnamon is subtle enough because, as you may know about me, I hate the note of cinnamon in fragrances. It's such a turnoff, but this is very subtle. So is the tobacco. The tobacco is giving just like a little waft of smokiness. But basically this is just straight up rum and vanilla, but like good rum, like high quality rum. It's almost like, ooh, there was a restaurant actually that I used to go to all the time here in Austin. It sadly closed down about 3 months ago, but they had a dessert. I believe it was called San Pedro Jimenez, and it was like a vanilla ice cream with like rum in it. And this is the smell of that. This is beautiful, 10 out of 10. I love this fragrance so much. I would wear this if you want to feel like kind of cozy, kind of sexy, a little bit mysterious, a little sweet. Like this is a great date night fragrance. Maybe not something for like running errands. But yeah, this is just absolutely gorgeous. One of the things that I love about Initio scents is that the accord evolution is really great with them. It's like the fragrance is just constantly kind of shifting and changing, and you're seeing like these different facets of the fragrance as it wears on skin. And another thing I love about these fragrances is that they project and they last forever. So yeah, now I'm getting like the tobacco, actually. It's coming in now that the kind of rum has taken a back seat. This is absolutely gorgeous. 10 out of 10. I want a full bottle for sure. Definitely sample it first. It's Initio, but yeah, 10 out of 10. Okay, moving on to number 3, we have a fragrance that I mentioned in a recent episode of our 7 sample series. This is Olfactive Studio Ombre Indigo. Now, some of you guys who have been into fragrance for a couple of years at least are probably gonna hate me for including this, because I know some people hate this fragrance with a passion. Some people hate it. I personally love it. Like, it's on my top 10. So don't come for me in the comments. Okay, so Olfactive Studio Ombre Indigo has top notes of plum and saffron, tuberose and petitgrain, middle notes of leather, olibanum, vetiver, and papyrus, and base notes of benzoin, ambergris, and musk. Okay, let's go ahead and give this a spray. You guys, this is like such a screechy fragrance. You know what's interesting? When I first got my nose on this, it was 2015. I was like halfway into my fragrance journey. I don't love this as much now as I did then. I think my nose has matured a little bit. It is a little screechy. It's very saffron. It's like so saffron and so tuberose. It's like the saffron and the tuberose are like racing down a highway together, 100 miles per hour, trying to beat each other out. Like, it is such a competition. Then the leather is like right there, just like screaming at them as they're racing down the highway. Like, this is the visual that I'm getting. Yeah, the papyrus is there a little bit. The ambergris is like, it's pretty intense. Like, this is just a very loud, assaulting fragrance. I wore this the first time to an art show on the east side of Austin. It was such a cool art show. It was like in a warehouse. There were these DJs playing this really cool music. There was this like local wine that was being poured. There was this really cool art, like really cool art. Like, it takes a bit for me to be wowed by art, but I was wowed. And there were these really cool people there, really cool conversations. It was such like a funky, inspiring night. It was super hot outside. Everybody was sweating. I was wearing this. It was probably driving everyone around me crazy. But whenever I smell this now, I just think of that night. This is something, it is very screechy, like I said. So this is something that maybe, if you're nervous about it, maybe just like spray it and wait like 45 minutes to an hour before you leave the house. I personally love this. It does kind of remind me of, it's like a screechy Baccarat Rouge because of the saffron and the plum being so hard hitting at the top, but not sugary. Like, Baccarat Rouge is very sweet and very like enveloping, whereas this is very like, instead of the sugary aspect, you get a leathery aspect, and it just makes it very aggressive and assaulting. So interesting. 5 years ago, I would have said this is full bottle worthy. Now in 2022, I might be ready to move on from this fragrance, actually. I said 5 years ago, that was 7 years ago. Wow. Yeah, I'll finish up this decant for sure, but I don't know if this is full bottle worthy. I would say if you want something that's really loud and obnoxious, smell this. Definitely try it. I love the dry down. I'm here for the dry down. The dry down is very, it gets sort of like this kind of deserty, grassy kind of, is there vetiver? Yeah, there's vetiver. It gets kind of this like desert-like sort of hipster vibe in the dry down, which is part of another reason why I love it. I love that kind of like, yeah, grassy desert, like it smells like cement and cigarette smoke, and like it smells like trouble. It smells like you're like up to trouble. Yeah, I still like this fragrance. I don't know. I gotta wear test this again, actually. I'm not sure if this is full bottle worthy. It's probably not for you unless you really like screechy fragrances. I might purchase a full bottle. I don't know. Anyway, that's number 3, Olfactive Studio Ombre Indigo. Okay, moving on to number 4, we have Maison Crivelli Citrus Body Kanga. And this is a new to me house. I recently saw, I forget his name, I'll put it below here in the text. The creator of this house did an interview with Sebastian, the perfume guy, on his channel. And it was really cool to like hear his story and just hear from him. I really liked his vibe. I really liked his energy, and I'm excited to try one of his fragrances. So Maison Crivelli Citrus Body Kanga has notes of bergamot and cardamom, top notes, middle notes of chili pepper, rhubarb, and pomelo, which is grapefruit, and base notes of vetiver, myrrh, and fenugreek. Pomelo is grapefruit, right? I think it is. Okay, let's give this a sniff. This is really interesting. It smells like juice. Like if you could juice a bergamot, this is what it would smell like. If you could juice bergamot and then like shake some like ground cardamom over the top, this is what I'm smelling. And then like a tiny bit of chili pepper sprinkled on the top as well. I definitely smell the rhubarb. Yeah, this is interesting. The whole thing is kind of muted. I'm actually gonna put this on, I'm gonna put this somewhere where I don't have anything. Put it there. I've been filming videos all morning, and so I'm just like covered in perfume. Yeah, let me get this on my skin real quick. Okay, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. It's, like I said, it's literally, I don't know if you, bergamot's flowers, right? So like obviously you couldn't juice flowers, but if you were able to juice flowers, I'm literally, I'm sticking to my description. It smells like a thing of juice with some cardamom sprinkled over the top and some chili pepper and the sweetness from the rhubarb. Like this is nice. I feel like I have to really get my nose into my skin to smell it. It's very citrusy. It's very uplifting. And that quality of the cardamom and the chili pepper adds this nice element to like the kind of sweet floral juiciness. But the fact that I like have to like, I'm having a difficult time smelling it. So this might be something that I would need to purchase a spray sample of and play with a little bit more. As it stands right now, this would not be full bottle worthy for me. Moving on to number 5, we have something that I love. This is by The Zoo. It's called Amber Classico Moderno. And I got this in an olfactif subscription like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, maybe. And I love it. It smells delicious. So this one has notes of benzoin, labdanum, white musks, orchid, gentian extract, whatever that is, Sicilian mandarin, and Peru balsam. This is absolutely delicious. It is, to me, it smells like what I would imagine Thailand to smell like. It's like warm and it almost has like this tropical, like watery aspect to it almost, which I feel like is the orchid, the mandarin. It's like a little bit of amber, like layered with all these other things. Like the benzoin is definitely like right up there at the top. The white musks are kind of pushing everything together. The orchids sort of lending it this tropical kind of watery vibe. I don't know what gentian extract is, but then the mandarin, like primarily this is a citrus amber fragrance. Yeah, I would say primarily this is a citrus amber fragrance with a little bit of a tropical feel to it because of the orchid and maybe from the Peru balsam, because it does kind of have this like woody, sort of grassy note. This is gorgeous. This smells really sophisticated to me, but also not like too classic. Like it smells modern, which is funny because it's, whoa, I did not even realize what just happened. Wow, the zoo. You guys really named this appropriately. Like I just literally forgot about the title as I was describing that. Yeah, they nailed it. Ooh, and now it's kind of drying down into this like creamy, sort of beachy vibe. This is really good. Yeah. This is 100% full bottle worthy. Like I actually think that I'm gonna have to buy a bottle of this. This is absolutely stunning. Like I said, very sophisticated, very modern. It's definitely unisex. I feel like it would probably wear better on a woman maybe. It feels like slightly a little bit more feminine. So if you like male or female or anything in between, like if you want to enhance the feminine aspects of yourself while also feeling like really grounded and confident and powerful, like this is really nice. But I also feel like it's kind of masculine too. I could keep smelling this for like 30 minutes. This is my favorite out of everything today that I've sampled, which has been a lot because I'm batch filming videos because I'm going to Florida tonight. This is my favorite. This is definitely the most full bottle worthy out of anything I've put my nose on today. Okay, moving on to number 6. We have Maison Crivelli Baccarat Rouge 540. This is a sample. I've talked about this a couple of times in the past couple of videos, and this, like we all know this fragrance, right? This is like the most hyped up fragrance probably on the planet. Let me find myself some. Baccarat Rouge has top notes of saffron and jasmine, middle notes of amberwood and ambergris, and base notes of fir resin and cedar. And up top, this is a very saffron heavy and fir resin heavy at the very top. It's like got that smokiness from the saffron, the sweetness sort of from the fir resin. It's very like fresh and smoky and sweet. Very alluring, very like come hither. It's that sweet kind of stickiness that's like really enticing, very unisex. I love it. My problem with this fragrance, and I've shared this before, is that for the price tag, it just does not last on me. The performance is terrible. I feel like it's kind of a me thing because I know other people don't have that problem. So I would definitely wear test this before you go blind buy a $500 bottle or whatever it costs. Like it's very expensive. But the scent profile itself is delicious. It's gorgeous. Like there's a reason why people are trying to dupe and copy this everywhere, because it's just, yeah, it's really magnetic, very sexy, very confident and playful at the same time, very sugary, very smoky. Like it's just this very diverse, pleasant experience. Is it full bottle worthy? Yes, I definitely think so. However, I would make sure that it's going to perform on your skin before you invest in a full bottle. So that's my only caveat, is that I would just make sure I would give it a sample whirl first. Moving on to number 7, we have Initio Addictive Vibration. This is one of my favorites. There we go. This is one of my favorites from the house of Initio. Addictive Vibration has notes of honey, apple blossom, orange blossom, musk, and vanilla orchid. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is very appropriately named. Very appropriately named. This is gorgeous. Primarily at the top, it's apple and honey and apple blossom. I mentioned this before. I don't love the notes of apple, but apple blossom is different. It's very pretty. It's like a muted apple scent. Mixed with the honey is just this is a very well-rounded, very sweet floral. The orange blossom in there is just adding just this other sort of layer of this delicate floral. And the musk and vanilla orchid are just in the back, just kind of like holding space for this floral honey experience. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's very summery, very floral, very sweet, very dainty. It's reminding me of the backyard of my grandmother's house when I was growing up. Something, maybe she had apple blossoms back there. It's very sweet. This is gorgeous. I would say this leans a little bit more feminine. However, of course, anybody can wear this. This is definitely going to be for you if you like the notes of honey and orange blossom, and especially those combined. This is a beautiful spring fragrance. Yeah, it just smells like the first days of spring. It smells like you're like sitting outside. Maybe you can hear your neighbor like cutting their lawn. You're just surrounded by these blooming flowers. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. 10 out of 10, I would recommend a full bottle of this. Okay, so let's rate our fragrances from today. This is gonna be difficult because I feel like all of these were really good for the most part. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Okay, let's rate. So I would put at number 1, the Zoo Amber Classico Moderno was definitely my number 1. Number 2, I would put Initio Side Effect. Number 3, oh, this is so tricky. Number 3, I would put Initio Addictive Vibration. At number 4, I would put MFK 540 Baccarat Rouge. At number 5, I would put Tom Ford Soleil Brûlant, which really, I really did enjoy that. So it's only far down on the list because I really enjoyed most of these. At number 6, I would put Olfactive Studio Ombre Indigo. And at number 7, I would put Maison Crivelli Citrus Badikanga. But again, I do want to wear test that a little bit more and give it more of a shot. But those are my ratings for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments, have you tried any of these? Do you have any opinions of your own about these fragrances? I would love to hear if someone's loving Citrus Badikanga or if Baccarat Rouge lasts forever on you, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. Have you tried the Zoo's Amber Classico Moderno yet? Oh my God, have you tried Addictive Vibration or Side Effect? Yeah, let me know in the comments what you're loving. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Before we dive into our sample,